The sound's working, right? Or no? Alright, the sound should be working now. Sound's working. Okay. The sound's working, right? Or no? Alright, I turned on both my things for YouTube to make sure that it's working too, as well. So, it probably had a little bit of echo, so I apologize for that. Go back over what I was saying. Did the whole Calrican thing. I'm not going to do that again. But 2 Stadium Club, 2 Museum Collection. Let's say we have 2 Inception. Let's say the Topps Chrome Update, Jumbo, and then the 2 Topps Chrome Black. Essentially, all I was trying to say, I was explaining while I was talking, I was pretty much just explaining the USB situation. Essentially, the USBs weren't allowing like the transfer of data, so that's why the cameras weren't turning on or whatever, and I couldn't figure it out until I was trying to get the brake list set up. We have Ronald Acuna Jr. here on the box topper. Trying to get the brake list set up and like get the Excel spreadsheet up, and it kept pulling it from the cloud, not from the hard drive itself. So then I realized that there had to be something wrong with the USB ports, and for whatever reason, the last update they shut off all the ports whenever an update ran earlier today. But it was showing that there was power, like it was allowing power to go through because it still was charging. Like when I got in, Dylan put the mouse on the charger. It was still charging the mouse, so that's why that wasn't like the first thing I thought. And then I was trying to like go through Streamlabs and make sure all the drivers were updated, and literally it didn't matter because for whatever reason the USB ports were turned off or disabled. That or I have a Chinese hacker that's in my computer that's fucking with me. I'll have to tell Dylan to stop watching porn at work. I don't think he actually did that. I was making a joke. I would hope not. I have cameras. It'd be a little weird. Go back and watch the cameras for something. Just see him there. Going ham. Normally he's watching too to defend himself, but I don't think he's watching right now. The player break's pretty close to filling. So obviously the random teams mixer I think is about halfway full. There's another pick your team that's like 2/3 of the way full. Nice, Chris. That's pretty dope. Supers are always nice to pull. It was Bogart's autograph. Oh, auto. Yeah, you said auto. Let's get rolling here. We have Taylor Ward, Ricky Henderson, Mayer, Ken Griffey Jr., Brennan, Machado. We have Big Mac, Casas, Vargas, Contreras, Robin Yount, Seager, Glavin, Chris Sale, Roger Clemens, Wisniewski, Volpe, Riley, Logan Webb, Greg Maddux, and Andrew Benintendi. I have Gunnar Henderson, Bieber, Jack Flaherty, Stroman, Dontrelle Willis, Albert Pujols, Bregman, Nick Pratto. Yeah, Cody Clemens for the Phillies as our first autograph. Austin, I couldn't tell you what else the perks of the jobs are. We have Alex Rodriguez, Cedric Mullins, Jeter Downs, Bobby Witt, Molina. Have Willie Mays, Luis Ortiz, Jordan Alvarez, Boggs, Assad, Blade, Don Mattingly. Got Spencer Torkelson, Corbin Carroll, Joe Morgan, Matt Olson. We have Roansy Contreras on the blue. It's going to be a 44 out of 50. Going to the Pirates. We have Lindor, Paul Goldschmidt, Steer, Gooden, Burleson, Luis Robert, Bryce Harper on the Stadium Club Chrome, Langeliers, Anderson, Seaver, Gosman, Hunter, Cabrera, Adames, Cortez, Bernie Williams, Nolan Gorman, and Javier Baez. Eloy Jimenez, Derek Hall, Tellez, Robinson, Gunnar Henderson, Cease. Have Starling Marte, David Ortiz, McKenzie, Smith, Wagner, Waldachuk, Bellinger, Kwan, Franco, Jock Peterson, Scherzer, Wheeler. We have Oscar Colas, Joey Votto, and Jose Abreu. Have Matthew Liberatore for the Cardinals, Perez, Suzuki, Story, Walker. Brandon Woodruff, who a lot of Orioles fans are asking to sign Woodruff now, too. Obviously, I think at Tommy John. We have Nimmo, Mathewson, Newtbar, Judge, Chisholm, Semien, Brooks, Robinson. We have Stargell, Cavalli, O'Neill Cruz, Schwarber, Garcia, Max Muncy, Bogarts, Murphy, D.L. Hall, and Jimmy Rollins. We have Matthew Liberatore on the gold-plated. These are apparently supposed to be roughly like one per case. I don't know how true that is. That's just what I saw online. We have Corbin Burns, Bello, Raleigh, Gallen, Otani. I don't believe everything I see on Twitter, so we have Vientos, Cecil Fielder, Adam Wainwright. We have Ronald Acuna Jr. in the going yard, Grove, Lodolo, Ruiz, Thomas, Haniger, Veritek. We have Dansby, Swanson. Behind him, we're going to get a Jared Young on the red, and that's going to be a 46 out of 50. Going to the Cubs. That's going to go to William Warfield in the Cubbies. On the Jared Young, and then we have Woods Richardson and Larry Walker. When they had those fabulous Rockies alternate jerseys with the mountain on them. I'm going to do a box of Topps Chrome Black. Get Oscar Colas. Soon we're going to get two color. Oh, back to two Tatises on top of each other. We get the first Tatis, and that's going to be a 33 out of 99. Going to the Padres and Reeves. Shoemaker. Also, I believe that the mini for the Pick Your Player filled. I will break that if the break fills by 411. If not, any break that fills a 411, I'll run anything after. We'll run tomorrow. Only because I have to be up early because my mom's flying in. I got to take Joseph to soccer. Fernando Tatis Jr., 37 out of 75 on the blue lava. And we have Raleigh Fingers for the autograph going to the Athletics and Jeff. The man with the stash. Into Inception. have Esturi Ruiz, Peraza, and Paul Goldschmidt. We have Wander Franco on the green. We're going to have the Luis Arraez, 36 out of 150 to the Twins. On the purple, I have 10 cases coming, but I'm probably gonna 10 jumbo cases coming, but I'm probably going to ask for more. We have Anthony Rizzo. We get Oscar Gonzalez on the 219 out of 249. On the autograph for the Guardians. And then we're going to get a really big boy, and it's going to be Gunnar Henderson, 83 out of 149 on the patch auto. Going to Dan. And the Orioles. There's also a football breakup. I will mention it only because it literally has, I think 3 teams left, and they're all $15 off. Like, and I think I already priced the Panthers less than most groups do, anyways. I mean, Bryce Young's their quarterback. Like, they don't have a choice. That dude's getting at least 4 years to try to figure the shit out. If I order, I should be able to. I mean, like I said, my plan is to try to get another. I'm gonna ask for another 10 cases. I don't know if they're gonna give it to me. I don't know if I need another 10 cases. I probably only ask for 5 more cases, to be honest. I do want to do like an early player break. We have 4 of the mini boxes, obviously. And Michael Harris II. Paul Goldschmidt, Alex Rodriguez, Masataka Yoshida, and very fitting, 47 out of 50, Adrian Beltre. Going to the Rangers and Austin. Don't let Austin get hot before Series 1 comes out. He's going to start taking the Reds. Let's say beautiful Adrian Beltre. One of the best signatures in the history of baseball. Things just to beat. Although, Robbie, I'll be honest with you, I can offer rip and chips. I could probably offer them for free, and you guys still won't do rip and chips. I was pretty much the. I mean, I know that some of you guys don't collect Star Wars, but even with some of the baseball stuff, offering new rip and chips for like $40 less than what it's on Topps. Topps will sell out. You guys are sitting there like, we're good. We had 95 out of 150 on the Pete Alonso. That's why I stopped offering them. It's like trying to figure out what the cost of effectiveness is, and not just run them in breaks and run them as like rip and chips, and then essentially would be losing money if I run them as rip and chips and don't run them in breaks. We have Pete Alonso, we have Sandy Alcantara, Max Scherzer, Julio Rodriguez, and then we have a 23 out of 25 going to Matt Chapman, who's a free agent much longer than I thought he'd be a free agent. I thought somebody would have picked him up to go and play third base. And again, arguably the best defensive third baseman in all of baseball. 23 out of 25 going to the Blue Jays. I mean, Arenado's a great defensive third baseman. So is Brian Hayes, but they don't hold a candle to Matt Chapman. But yes, there will be an option to have rip and chips. I just don't have any faith in them being successful. Sorry for being pragmatic. We have Goldschmidt, Lindor, Carlos Correa, Garrett Cole. Get another guy with a beautiful signature. Bro, what a pack. What a pack we have. Jimmy Rollins, 229 out of 299. So that's going to the Phillies, and that's going to go to Matt Stott. And then we could get a Mike Trout 4 out of 5 autograph with a piece of a base. Going to Jose Garcia and the Angels. These are 180s. Let me make sure he's not fitting a 130. I don't even need to look. And it's one of the ones that's marked with a game thing, so I'm pretty sure you can. Oh no, it's not one of the ones you can scan, but nonetheless, still an absolutely dope card. Like, we've always had good luck though getting Mike Trouts out of Museum Club. I think, was it like 2 years ago or a year ago? I think Tom Scarberry hit like 3 in one break, and one of them was the 101. Mike Trout, like the wood frame 101. It might have been Cullison actually. I personally don't like one touches for shipping. Just because they can rattle around depending on how angry and aggressive your postman is. Or I guess in Jose's case, UPS, because normally I ship his stuff UPS, because the post office, for whatever reason, from my house, we have Duke Schneider 45 out of 299. It takes like 5 days to get to his house. If I use USPS ground, or UPS ground, it takes, like, it costs me like maybe 80 cents more, but it gets there in a day, 2 days. So it never makes any sense. But UPS is aggressive as hell with their packages in Baltimore. Them motherfuckers that throwing that shit around like it owes them money, beating up the boxes, you know, doing a good old fucking jab, like a Baltimore two-step on that shit. We have Peraza, Tom Seaver. Gonna have Joey Votto on the museum card. I'll just say I know because I've watched a UPS guy bring in my packages and hook that shit to the front of the UPS or the back of the UPS truck. We got another 9 out of 10 Cal Ripken, Gunnar Henderson. Just a dope memorabilia card on the red. That was an absolutely loaded museum collection box. Like not only an extra auto, essentially 3 Hall of Famers. Yo, they're the worst too, man. I used to go in there also. For the longest time, GTS, one of the distributors, they still have my name wrong, but they had my address wrong. Like, I corrected it, and I told UPS, I'd be like, yo, hold my packages, like, I'll come and get them. Like, I had a permanent hold on them, and these assholes would still try to deliver to an address that doesn't exist, and then try to send my packages back to GTS, to the point I was in there, like, almost every day, and the lady's like, why are you back here? And I'm like, because y'all don't hold my packages, that's why. Like, you guys are trying to send them back to damn Texas or New York every single day. Eventually GTS fixed my address, but they would like the attitude I would get and then try to say that I was in the wrong, like, or there was times where they would say I wasn't there when I would be there, like no one knocked on the door, no one stopped by. when I was still like waiting for some of the construction to be done in the shop and it wasn't open yet. They would say that the building was closed, so they couldn't deliver the package just because the sign was like there was no sign saying I was open. We had a pretty good. I mean, it wasn't as good as this one. We've had pretty good mixers lately. There's been a few duds here or there. But that's why I try to get in like that 5 to 10 hobby box range, because normally you're going to get a couple. Typically, you should be able to spread like the wealth around, but you should also. Everybody should at least have a chance to get something. I think a lot of people try to run mixers that are too small when they run mixers, or they're just like outright like. There's some groups that'll try to run mixers at like $99+ a mixer without like any actual high-end product. It's just like 13 or 14 hobby boxes of like I'll say random stuff, but not random stuff necessarily in a bad way. And I think that leaves a lot of bad taste in people's mouths too, because who wants to get in a 13 hobby box mixer for $129 and then not hit anything? And even if you hit something, you have the Rockies. So, I mean, I love Nolan Jones, but Nolan Jones doesn't sell for what Nolan Jones would sell for if he was a New York Yankee, if that makes sense. We had Navarez, McLean, Cooper Hummel, Bush, Clevenger, Vargas, Sean Murphy, Noda, Bryce Miller, Gunnar Henderson, Salvador Perez, Luis Robert, Arrays, Adley Rutschman, Fortes, Anderson, Reynolds, Miller. We have Jose Siri, Batty, Azakar. We have Aroldis Chapman, Chisholm, Sam Bachman on the Prism Refractor, Juan Soto, and Josh Jung. So I'll call him Julio Jung. That's what I was going to call him. We have Mitch Haniger, Sam Bachman, Connor Wong, Trevor Williams, Morel. I think it's a Maeda, Taj Bradley, Corbin Carroll. I think it's hard to. I know what website you're talking about. The problem is the guy's prices aren't always right. His API is incorrect, which is why I will not give him my information, because he doesn't pull the information himself. So the breakers. So I'd have to go to him to have him put out my information, right? Like, he doesn't go into like wherever and be like, all right, this is what I'm charging, like, or this is what they're charging. Like, I don't know if he verifies it or not, but I know that he's asked me to give my information to him. 22 out of 299 on the Chucky Robinson. He also, if he does pull information, he doesn't factor in, like, for instance, if I run a break on Loupe, the fees to run stuff on Loupe is more expensive, or to run stuff on Whatnot is more expensive than running it on Facebook. Like, I have to pay the PayPal fees and Venmo, and, well, Cash App doesn't have any fees, but, like, I have to pay, like, the processing fee, which is like a normal credit card processing fee percentage-wise. But if you break on Whatnot, it's like 13%. It's pretty much like breaking on eBay. So you have to kind of factor that in, too. Like, those guys are going to charge more money because Whatnot, like, they're getting less money out of Whatnot, if that makes sense. Because, like, to make up for whatever their costs are, like, the profit isn't the same amount. Like, for instance, the Deep Fried Break guys, he breaks on Twitter. So he breaks on Twitter, and I think he got away because from what I heard, he's in the break program now. So I think he got away from using friends and family only, but he's using friends and family. So that 3%, over time, that adds up. Like, if I showed you my account for my PayPal fees that I paid last year, you'd probably be sick. It's like some people's salary a year of how much I paid PayPal in processing fees. So, I mean, that's just something to factor in. If people are taking friends or family or whatever, they shouldn't be charging the same price like I'm charging, or somebody that's doing goods and services. It should be really slightly less, if you're being honest. We have Arenado, but I don't trust breakers that won't accept goods and services anyways. I think that's like shitty in the first place. Bryce Harper, Bird, Weimer, Colas, Dodd, Ortiz, Julian, Urshela, Like, God forbid, like, the reason I say that, right? Like, let's say I go next week and I get T-boned by a semi and pass away. And you didn't pay goods and services, you pay friends and family, you never get any of your card breaks. Like, Dylan would get you your cards, I'm sure, my wife or somebody would. But, like, what if it was just, like, some single dude where, like, no one helps him with his business and you don't ever get your cards? Now you can't get any of your money back either? Like, that's just shit. Like, I don't know. I have, like, obviously that's an extreme situation, but I just think it's, like, if you're going to run a business, like, actually run a business properly, like, pay your taxes, do the things you're supposed to. We have Urshela, Peralta, Caprillion, Bradford, Grossman, Grayson Rodriguez, Lamont Wade Jr. But the website's called like breakcomps.com or some shit like that. He has to fix his API though. McGuire, Riley Green, Devin Williams, Burleson, Valdez, Moore, Maggie. The other day he was posting out stuff that was coming from his website saying that like the Yankees were $12,000 in diamond icons because he had something broken on his website. We have Bouchard, Mookie Betts, Castellanos, Acuna, Andrus, Beebe, Doyle, Benintendi, Alou, Hernandez, Vasquez, Yuri Perez, Hernandez, Moreno. We have Masataka Yoshida on the rookie debut, 41 out of 50. I think it can be a good tool, though. I just think he needs to have it fixed for the way that people are trying to prop it up and say that it's like the best tool ever on YouTube. I mean, I think you could make an argument that it could be one of those like just the pack itself. I don't know if the Trout him. It might be. Nothing got released this week, so there's a chance that could be the pool, like a big pool of the week. But I think the pack with him and Rollins next to each other, I think that's huge, if that makes sense. We have Haniger, Corbin Carroll, and then Tristan Casas. We have Nick Ahmed, Hendricks, Anderson, Grayson Rodriguez, Zach Neto. We have Brandon Drury, Taj Bradley, Carlos Rodon, Joey Weimer, Esteury Ruiz on the Blu-ray Wave, 60 out of 150. Going to the Athletics. But I know what you're talking about. I don't know how that works. Like, I don't know if he finds stuff or you have to submit stuff to him. I don't know. Going to the Athletics. Come on, Ruiz. Don't be difficult. There we go. Good at stealing bases and apparently stealing our time. We have Adley Rutschman, Henderson, Jose Caballero, Miguel Garcia, Yarbrough, Kelly, Tate, Battenfield. We have Beebe, Kyle Farmer, Jose Hernandez, Eric Hosmer, O'Neal Cruz. We have Bobby Miller, Aaron Judge, James Paxton, Patrick Corbin, and Jared Schuster. Luis Guillorme Langeliers, Garver, Mitchell, Stone, Mendick, Kevin Kelly on the gold mini diamond, 16 out of 50. Also, another thing to factor in, Mario, is if a store's breaking, like a hobby shop, the hobby shops pay less money than the breakers do for the product. Like, the local stores, like, for instance, Bel Air Cards is on there. The Bel Air store actually probably pays $30 less per box than I do. Allocated. We have Jordan Walker. Kyle Tucker is about average what it is per product. We have Shohei Ohtani, Kyle Lewis, Odor, Monasterio, Paxton, Tristan Casas, Wade Jr., Josh Jung, Candelario, Kodai Senga, Jose Barrio, Harris II, Juan. Then I'm not. Not what was I gonna say? Not saying that like people can't lower their prices. We have Anthony Volpe, Monasterio, I just think where a lot of people are trying to use it like, oh, this breaker's a jerk or that breaker's a jerk. Like, if you don't know what they're paying for stuff, you have no clue, like, if they're actually being a jerk or, like, their prices are really high for, like, what they're paying. We have Zach Neto, Shoemake, Hill, Walker, Jake Bird, Arrays, Irvin, Stram, Williamson, Mason Miller. And it doesn't even matter for some of the breakers, like Leighton and Backyard Breaks can charge whatever the hell they want. People are still going to break with them because they're Leighton and Backyard Breaks. It's like people will still buy a Ford car because it's American made, even if Ford engines blow up for 3 straight years. They're still going to buy their cars. Like, it's like a brand at this point. We have Jose Soto, Juan Soto, Bichette, Levy Stout, Jansen Varland, Jesse Chavez, Thaddeus Ward, DeGrom, Jones, Kyle Lewis, Caballero. I have Nolan Gorman on the Radiating Rookies. Going to the Cardinals and Dylan Freiermuth. I still think that, like, I think for an insert, like a case hit-ish insert, I think it did so well with the design of this card. Like, I just think the Radiating Rookies is such a solid-looking card. I think they did a really good job. We have Dustin May, Masataka Yoshida, Odor, especially because Topps is so boring with their designs a lot of the time, too. I thought they did well this year. Maybe you guys don't think the same, but they're a nice little, like, case hit-ish type thing. We have Julio Rodriguez on the 139 out of 199. On the refractor, I thought this was going to be a base card because normally the numbered card's in the middle. So J-Rod to the Mariners. We go Brian Cox. We have Oswaldo Cabrera. And it's because the middle card is going to be a photo variation. Anthony Volpe. The photo variation rookie card going to the Yankees. And Jose, you want to talk about the rich getting richer, Austin? No, just... I think we've opened, what, like 8 cases of Topps Chrome Black and haven't seen one of the rookie card variations yet. I mean, you guys, and Austin, you probably watch way more breaks than I do, but I mean, I know for a fact you watch more breaks than I do because I don't even watch my damn own half the time. I mean, I'm doing them. Sometimes I go back and watch, like, you know, like I'm studying film, like I'm in the NFL about shit I could do better, but I'm so damn good at this, like there ain't much I can do better. I'm joking. Got Brian Hayes, 139 out of 150 on the refractor going to the Pirates. And Devin on the autograph for Brian Hayes. I said, watching my films like going back and watch Tom Brady watching film. Like, man, I don't even know what I can fix, Bill. Someone go talk to Edelnut about how you can run a route better. There's some guys, man, now that they've, like, out of the NFL, there's some really good storytellers that were pro athletes now. Like, I don't know if you listen to, I don't know if anyone listens to, well, not just the Kelseys, but, like, Patrick Beverly has a podcast with Roni. And that's a pretty good podcast. But Edelman, anytime Edelman is on a podcast, he's always telling good stories. We got Weimer, Luis Robert, Woods Richardson, and Yelich. We got Spencer Steer on the green. Bro, I was actually looking at I don't know if you guys are familiar with him or not, but there's a guy named Run Good Life. And I'm really curious how he got his following so big. Like, I want to know what he did. Like, can can he give me the mapping to have 45,000 subscribers on YouTube? Buxton there for the Twins in Austin. And then we have Dylan Carlson, 24 out of 50, and running like 6 breaks a night just off of YouTube. He doesn't even use Facebook or anything. I don't know what the formula for that is. Like, just live fill everything, bro. I'll give people props when they get props. I think there's some people that rode coattails to their success. And they would never admit it, but some people got their bet, like, scratched the right backs and got essentially favors put in for them. And then act like real assholes. Those are the guys that irritate me. But I'm real curious how he got, like, build his company, if that makes sense. Like, some people are right place, right time. Like, it's just how it goes, right? Like, real sports cards or real breaks. He, I was going to say, what real breaks, like, they just started 10 years ago. So, like, they started a long time ago, and then, like, COVID, they were already one of the big boys, and COVID just made them bigger, right? But, like, their business model is interesting if you go and look at it and, like, talk to any of them about it. We have Carlos Correa, like, how they started and, like, how they got to where they're at. We have Duke Snyder, Miguel Cabrera, Byron Buxton, Nolan Gorman, 79 out of 199. The Cardinals were coming out tonight. Fucking hate the Cardinals. I hate the Cardinals so much. The one time the Pirates are good, these assholes just have to be better. Let's say I hate them so much. I hope Yadier Molina doesn't get in the Hall of Fame. Like, that's how much I hate the Cardinals. I don't care if he's deserving or not. He's gonna get in because of his defensive stats, but I hope he doesn't. I try to bite my tongue because I know there's a lot of Cardinals fans in here, but I hate them. I hate them so much. Like, there was a season where the Pirates had the second best record in baseball, and the Cardinals had a better record by 1 game, and somehow the Pirates end up in the fucking wild card, and guess who they gotta play? Cy Young winner Jake fucking Arrieta get knocked down the wild card game. I was gonna say we have Adley Rutschman, the only real chance they probably would have ever had to have a successful playoff run since I've been alive. We have Bo Bichette, Alex Bregman, Liam Hendricks. We have Tim Anderson, 150 out of 150 for the White Sox. All right, Mario, I didn't know you were a fanboy of his and submitted to his OnlyFans. But no, I'm just curious. We have a 49 out of 50. Was just curious how he built up the following he did. My big thing is I don't know how people get other people to follow them on Twitter. Maybe I'm just too abrasive on Twitter. I'm like, bro, like, what you're saying doesn't even make sense. Although on Twitter the other day, there was a guy, man, he was getting drugged for shipping charges. I was like, yo, like, people were going, I mean, I think you should combine shipping on eBay too, but, man, they were giving that guy the business. I can't remember his name. They were digging in, like, old videos from, like, 3 years ago, just giving them shit. I was like, good lord. Twitter people are vicious, man. Absolutely vicious. We got Hank Aaron for the Braves. We have Zach Greinke, George Springer. We're going to have Randy Arozarena, and behind him is another Matt Chapman. 51 out of 299 for the Blue Jays. Going to Frank. And I believe it's Frank's first break in the group, so welcome to the group. Appreciate you joining. This last mini box here. The only people I've ever seen partner with other people end up losing their brand. like Corn Belt brakes and I don't know. I can't remember what was that Stamps group called, Austin? The Stampinators, like that's not what they were called. Shit, I don't even think. Well, yeah, Bob Gibson on the 50 out of 99. I don't even think I've seen Shane in any of the breaks in best card breaks. To be honest, I see Shane hopping in some random shit sometimes because he's my friend on Facebook. We have Bob Gibson, Gabriel Moreno, Tatis Jr. And we're gonna have Josh Jung on the 29 out of 75. The Banger Villains. Yeah, that's right. Bangerville. But there's somebody else that combined with somebody too, and like one group lost all their things. Nice Josh Jung, 29 out of 75. That's gonna be the break. I mean, they joined Nick's company. It's not like he was like, all right, let's combine, and then like deleted them off the map. That's not what happened. Like, there's obviously some sort of negotiation where they're his employees now, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I've never really seen a merger or like a thing like that. Maybe with the really big guys, they can get away with it. We have Josh Jung, 29 out of 75 for the Rangers. We have Bob Gibson on the yellow out of 299. Liam Hendricks out of 50. Tim Anderson out of 150 out of 150 on the bookend. Masataka Yoshida on the gold. Byron Buxton out of 99 on the pink. Spencer Steer on the green. We're going to have Tatis times 2 out of 75 and out of 99. Blue Wave and Green Wave, Blue Lava. We have Julio Rodriguez on the refractor out of 199. Gold Mini Diamonds, Kevin Kelly for the Rays. We have Duke Snyder on the gold out of 299. Chapman on the memorabilia out of 25. Big Schmeat Pete Alonso out of 150. On the blue, we have Matthew Liberatore on the gold plated. A Rays out of 150. And then we have the blue Contreras, which is, I believe, out of 50, right? Yeah, out of 50. And we're going to have Oscar Gonzalez on the Inception. I still got faith that Oscar Gonzalez is going to be a good ball player. He's only like 23. Had an off year last year, but he does have power. He does have a great arm, so we'll see what happens. We've got Brian Hayes, Topps Chrome Black right there on the base. We have Miller on the base autograph. Jared Young on the red out of 50. 46 out of 50 to be exact. In the back row here. And Nolan Gorman on the radiating rookie. And Anthony Volpe on the photo variation. Chucky Robinson on the purple speckle autograph. Cody Clemens on the base. And Esteury Ruiz on the blue Ray Wave. I don't even know what order to put these in. These are all pretty... Who would have thought that a Gunnar Henderson patch auto wouldn't be the best autograph in a break? We have Nolan Gorman. And I'm not talking, like, not even like a super high-end break is what I mean. We got 79 out of 199, Nolan Gorman. For the Cardinals, Raleigh Fingers. One of the best cigs and mustaches to ever see out of a relief pitcher. We have Dylan Carlson got a nice autograph, too, to be honest. On the red in the Inception for the Cardinals. Matt Chapman out of 299 for the Blue Jays. Getting Frank some love in his first break. We're going to have Jimmy Rollins going to the Phillies out of 299 on the patch auto. Definitely game worn. They got some dirt in his jersey. Let's say we have Adrian Beltre, 47 out of 50. Beautiful sig for Austin and the Rangers. The 9 out of 10, Cal and Gunner. We get the Gunner patch auto. It's going to be an 83 out of 149 from Inception. And we have the big boy, Mike Trout. 4 out of 5. The base on the red. The base memorabilia. 4 out of 5, Mikey Trout. Big hit right there. I appreciate y'all for getting in the break. For those that hit, congratulations. For those that didn't, hopefully a better luck next time. Check out, I think this actually posted after January, right? Make sure you guys, if you were any breaks in January, I'm going to be posting a giveaway. And it's just going to be, I mean, you don't have to do anything for it. Just look out for the giveaway. I'm going to take everybody's names that were in breaks from the list I have for the breaks that were in January and do a giveaway. Of a couple, probably a couple, 2 or 3 hobby boxes. We're going to organize that probably tomorrow or Monday. I'm going to do that for a monthly basis. I was kind of trying to figure out what I can do on a monthly basis for people that get in breaks so that the group stays active, so that you guys feel appreciated. I mean, I do appreciate you guys, even if sometimes you guys don't think that I do. But like I said, I appreciate you guys as always. You guys have a good night. Hopefully you guys have a good week. I'll see you guys maybe later tonight if we can get this player break filled. You'll definitely see me at least to run that random for the 20 guys or whatever. I got to organize that to make sure everybody paid first, and we'll run that so people can get at least those names. And then I think there's only like 15 or 20 guys left now in that pick your player, so maybe we'll run it tonight. If not, I'm sure it'll fill tomorrow. Appreciate y'all. See you guys either a little bit later for another break, or at the very least I'll see you for that random